This conference will now be recorded.
Yep.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday we have seen how to manage the data. So this is the instance, this is a demo instance from today that we'll be using. Now for URL remains same, only thing is the company ID will be different. Okay, so today we'll see at the workflows. Okay, so how the workflows are to be configured. Okay, and what are workflows firstly. Okay. Any one of you can tell me what is a workflow?
Workflow, we have, in case an employee is assigned to a manager, so for his approval, it automatically route to the manager to get his
Yeah.
approval.
So basically, workflows are nothing but the approval process.
Approval process, yes.
And this workflow can be for any process, not
Okay.
only the employee request, like whenever you transfer an employee, whenever you hire an employee, whenever you promote an employee or terminate an employee, any event that you perform, if you want a workflow to be triggered, the workflows can be triggered, the approvals can be routed based on the configuration. We can route the workflows. Okay, now not only for the employee data but also for the objects, like whenever you create a position. Now every time a user creates a position, I want them to take approval from one of the managers. Let's say today I'm creating a position. What exactly is the position? Position involves some cost. Now if I'm creating a position, means I'm going to hire an employee into that position. That means that's a cost to the employee, a cost to the organization. So whenever there is a cost, or whenever there is a resource which has to be hired or created, so we need some kind of permission. Now it depends upon organization to organization how many levels of approval they want to have, or for what process they want to have the approval. So we can also create these approval process for the objects as well. So every time you create a department, or every time you create a position, if you want a workflow to be triggered, yes, even that can be configured. So we need to attach this. Now for the let's say some of the general scenarios for of the workflows in any organization. Okay, now basically what happens in the workflow is approval process. There are different levels of approvals. Now depending upon the request and depending upon the client's requirement, we can have these approval levels. Now, maybe some process will have only one level of approval, some process will have two levels of approval, some process will have three levels or four levels. So you should have a feasibility of adding any levels of approvals in system. So in SuccessFactors, we have the feasibility of adding any number of levels. There is no restriction for the level. Even if I want to create a 20 levels of approval, yes, I can create. Now 20 levels of approval means first level gets approved, it goes to second level. Second level gets approved, it goes to third level. Third level goes approved, it goes to fourth level. Now if I have 5 levels, after the 5 levels, the record gets completely approved. Okay, now generally, so we can have any number of levels of approval, starting from one, minimum of one, to any number of levels. So we can create any number of levels of approval. Okay, now what does these levels contain? Now what all can be included in general scenarios? Let's say if it is first level approval, now we need to define in system who is that is going to approve. Okay, let's say I want to have here as first level approval. Let's say I want manager to be approving the request. Let's say I'm transferring, or I'm applying for a leave. Who should approve? It is the manager who is going to approve. So manager is a role, right? Manager is a role. So manager would be approving. Simple. Now if I have to configure this, I just have to say manager. Manager is a role, so you have so you'll be selecting a role and then selecting the manager. Okay, now second level approval. Let's say we have second level approval. Maybe manager's manager, right? So manager's manager is also a role. How will you get Managers manager. Now, while configuring the workflows, we don't define any name. We just give the role. Now, today I am requesting for maybe for you, maybe for Vijay, I'm requesting something. So it should go to Vijay's manager. Tomorrow, same request if somebody else is doing for a different person, maybe for Anuj. So it should goes to Anuj's manager. So I cannot define the names of the managers here. Instead I will say manager. Now, irrespective of the employee, whoever it is, tomorrow if the request is raised for Vijay's manager, then it should go to manager's manager. Okay. Now let's say here, let me give you an example. Let's say Anuj is a employee or Ravi is the employee. Ravi is reporting to Anuj. Anuj is reporting to Vijay. Vijay is reporting to maybe Sai. Okay. For me, Ravi is employee. He is a manager and he is manager's manager and he is manager's manager. That means for Ravi, first level approval is Anuj. Second level manager is Vijay. Third level manager is Sai. Similarly, for Anuj, first level manager is Vijay. Second level manager is Sai. For Vijay, the first level manager is Sai. Okay. So these are the levels of approval. For Ravi, first level,
Means
second
Ravi,
level.
sorry to interrupt. Ravi, that means the managers to managers all. We no need to specify the names, only the
No, we
position.
don't. No, if we have to specify, how will you specify? Today I'm
Mm,
requesting for Ravi. Ravi's manager
yeah,
is Anuj. So it should go to Anuj. So I
okay,
cannot specify Anuj. Now for Anuj, if I am requesting Anuj, Anuj's manager is Vijay.
yeah,
So I cannot have Vijay as a manager. So I
okay.
cannot, I don't have to select the names of the person. So I will select manager. Now, irrespective of employee, if I am requesting, let's say a particular leave or transfer for Ravi, it should go to Ravi's manager. As per my first level approval, it is manager. So it should go to Anuj. If the same thing, if I'm requesting for Vijay, it should go to Sai. Same thing, if I'm requesting for Anuj, it should go to Vijay because they are the managers. And this manager is coming from the job information. In job information, you will be maintaining the supervisor. Now, if you go to system and just check the org chart, see here, Anya Singh is reporting to Anya Singh is reporting to Charles. Charles is reporting to Christine. Christine is reporting to Michael. Michael is reporting to Mohan. Now, this is the org structure. Now, for any of these employees, see here, along with Anya, all these people are reporting to Charles. So that means if I raise a request for any of these employees, it should go to Charles. And for any of these employees, if I raise a request, it should go to Christine. For all these three employees, if I raise a request, it goes to Michael. And for all these employees, if I raise a request, it goes to Mohan. So it is a role called manager. Now, second level is manager's manager. Now that means once this manager approves, let's say manager approved. Now let's say the request is for Ravi. Anuj has approved. It goes to second level. That is Vijay here. So in this case, here, if it is Anya Singh, for Anya Singh, I'm raising a request. It goes to Charles, first level manager. First level manager approves. It goes to Christine, second level. Okay. So this way you can have any number of levels of approval. Role. You just have to select manager or manager's manager, second level manager, third level manager. You can have any number of levels of approval. So it is simple role. Now, what if, who is initiating the request? Now, whoever initiates the request, he or she is called initiator. Whoever initiates the request is called initiator. Let's say here I have Vivek. Now, if Vivek is initiating a request, transfer request for Ravi, it should go to role manager Anuj. Okay. Now, Vivek is called initiator. Anuj is a manager. Anuj is a for whom Anuj is manager? For Ravi. That means for whoever I'm requesting, Ravi here in Vivek is initiator, Anuj is manager, and Vivek is requesting for Ravi. Okay, so I need to specify whose manager it should go to. Is it the initiator's manager or Ravi's manager? When I say role manager, I should specify whose manager it should go. It should go to initiator manager or Ravi's manager. Now, sometimes if I am raising a leave request, I am the employee, I am requesting leave for myself. So I am the initiator. So it should go to my manager. It should go to my manager, initiator's manager. Now, in the second case, somebody else is raising the request. Okay. So if Vivek is initiating the request, it should go to Ravi's manager or Vivek's manager? Who has to approve? So Vivek is called initiator and Ravi is source. Source means for him, I'm initiating the request. So it should go to Anuj. Okay. Now we also have something called target. Let's say I'm transferring the employee. Let's say Vivek is initiating a transfer of Ravi. Today, Ravi is reporting to Anuj. After this request, now Vivek is initiating a request in which Ravi's manager will be changed to Vijay. So Anuj would be the source manager here. Anuj would be source manager. After this request, Ravi will be transferred to Vijay. That means this is target manager and this is to source manager. Okay, did you get it? Source manager and target manager and initiator. Clear or not? Any doubts here?
No, can you explain the source and target manager one more time?
No. Today, Ravi is reporting to Anuj.
Okay.
Now, Vivek is initiating a request where Ravi's manager is changed from Anuj to Vijay.
Ravi's. Okay. Okay.
Now, currently, I am reporting to Anuj.
Okay.
Now, my manager is changed from
Okay.
Anuj. I'll be reporting maybe from tomorrow, I'll be reporting to Vijay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, source manager is Anuj because the current manager is Anuj. Currently in system, we have the data maintained as Anuj. But from tomorrow, I'll be reporting to Vijay. That
Okay.
is target.
Okay. Got it.
Source is Anuj and target is Vijay. Maybe in some requests, what they generally do is the transfer of managers. You need to define whether it is source manager or the target manager. Now, in this case, what happens is source manager should also be informed and target manager should also be informed. Source manager should be informed because we are removing the employee from him. Anuj should know or Anuj should approve. Okay. And target should also be informed or target should also be approved.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, if it is third level of approval, let's say third level approval. I say manager here, but here I'll say this is also role, but target. This is source. That means here also I'm selecting first level, I'm selecting manager. Second level, I've selected manager's manager. Here also I need to specify source or target. Third level, it is manager. Same. I'll be selecting the same thing as manager here. But role, I'll be selecting here the manager, but it is the target manager. That means in this case, if Vivek is initiating request for Ravi, first level it goes to source manager Anuj. Second level it goes to Vijay because Anuj is reporting to Vijay. Third level it is again manager target. So target is again Vijay. Okay, or let's say if it is Sai. So now what happens is first level it goes to Anuj, second level it goes to Vijay, manager's manager is Vijay, so it goes to Vijay. Third level, it is since Ravi is being moved to target manager Sai, it goes to Sai here. Okay, so these are roles. Are these clear? Yes.
Clear. Yes, yes.
Now you can also have a fourth step. Now at this step, I want to have the approval dynamically. I want to have the approval to happen dynamically. That means if the employee is in Hyderabad, it should go to X. If the employee is in Chennai, it should go to Y. If the employee is in Bangalore, it should go to Z. Now, here I'll specify as dynamic role. Select as dynamic role. That means system will check the location of the employee. If Ravi is in Hyderabad, it goes to X. If Ravi is in Chennai, it goes to Y. If Ravi is in Bangalore, it goes to Z. Let's say I'm initiating request to Ravi and he's in Hyderabad, it goes to X. Tomorrow, if I initiate the same request, let's say the same thing, transfer. I'm initiating transfer request for employee of Chennai. So system directly picks Y instead of X. Yesterday it picked X because Ravi was in Hyderabad. Today it picks up Y because for the employee I'm requesting for Chennai employee. The same thing if I'm requesting for Bangalore, go to Z. Now here I've taken it as a location, but it can be anything. It can be a company. If it is company Levis, it should go to X. If it is company Coke, it should go to Y. If the company is Bank of America, it should go to Z. Or it can be for department. If the request is initiated for HR department, it should go to this person. If the request is initiated for the employee who belongs to finance department, it should go to some other approver. If the request is initiated for the employee who's in the sales department, it should go to some Z. So dynamically, so you need to specify what object you want to have: location, department, division, business unit, company, on what basis it should go. Or it can be sometimes the event as well. If it is transfer, it should go to X. If it is promotion, it should go to Y. If it is suspension, it should go to Z. So you can have anything here, but you need to specify this location, this employee, this location, that employee. Now, workflow is one workflow, but depending on the employee's location or company or division or department, it chooses one of the employee as approver. Chooses one of the employers approver. So it can be anything. If you have locations, 10 different locations or 15 different location, specify all those 15 in dynamically. System will pick dynamically from that role. So you need to specify dynamic role. This dynamic role based on company, you have 10 different companies and 10 different approvers. So it goes to one of the approver. Here it goes to only one employee. When the request is initiated, it goes maybe in the configuration I have selected here 3, but it goes to only one approver depending upon the employee for whom I'm initiating the request. So it can be the combination or it can be the location. Like this company, this location, this employee is the approver. This company, this location, this employee is the approver. So you can specify the combination as well. Company and location, company and division, company, division, department. So you can have any combination. Okay. So that is your dynamic role. It goes to one employee, whoever is that employee in the dynamic role. Is this clear? Fourth step.
Clear.
Yeah, good.
Again, let's have fifth step. You can define a person as well. Let's say I want to define a particular person. In all the request, fifth level approver, it should go to one particular person. Now, we don't have any relation between Ravi and this fifth approver. Fifth approver is maybe director. Let's say a Mohan or Audrey or Charles, whoever it is. I've defined a person here, so it goes to that person. Okay. For any employee, if I initiate the request, it goes to it goes manager. It goes and checks the job information. Who is the manager? It checks the manager. It routes the request to manager. Second level, it checks again who manager's manager. Third level, it selects the target manager. Fourth level, selects the dynamically. Fifth level, what it does is it sends the request to Charles. So that means we can also have in the workflow, we can also have a person. Sixth step. Now I'm telling you the possibilities of having the workflow. Now in the workflow, I can directly have first level as person if it is only one approval. If it is 2 levels approval, first level I will take manager and second level I'll give a person. So in whatever way that I define the workflow, it goes to those particular persons. Now sixth step, we can have it as dynamic group. Dynamic group means now I will create a group of employees. Let's say 4 or 5 employees. Maybe all the 4 employees are from HR department, HR managers or HR directors or anybody. I'll create a group. So it goes to that group. If I have created a dynamic group with 4 persons, so the request will be sent to the 6th level of approval. The request will be sent to all those 4 or all those 5 employees. That means we are sending it to group at a time. Now, when I'm sending it for a group, if anyone approves, request gets approved. 6th level, I've defined here 4 persons. Dynamic group. I've created a group. I've created a group, and this group, I have 4 employees or 4 approvers. The request is sent to all those 4 people. If one of the employee approves, if one of those 4 employees approve, the request gets approved. Now, if I want it to be sent, if I want all the 4 of them to approve, then I need to define 6 step, 7 step, 8 step, and 9 step. I have to define 4 different steps. No, I don't want all of them to approve. I want the request to be sent to 4 employees, but if one of them approves, any one of them approves, the request should be approved. So in that case, I should have as a dynamic group. Dynamic role is here, I will have 4 different approvers. Let's say Mumbai. Now the difference between dynamic role and dynamic group is, in dynamic role I have 4 persons, but request will be sent to only one employee based on Ravi's location. If Ravi is in Hyderabad, it goes to X. If Ravi is in Chennai, it goes to Y. If Ravi is in Bangalore, then it goes to Z. If Ravi is in Mumbai, it goes to A. That is dynamic role. It goes to only one person. But here, dynamic group, if I have 4 employees in that group, it goes to all the 4 of them. Let's say the dynamic group has contained these 4 employees. So the request will be sent to all these 4 employees. And if one of them approves, the request is approved. So is this clear? Dynamic group.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
In the dynamic role, it will reach to either one location manager,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So in a dynamic role, dynamic group, 4% will get the notification, but only one has to approve.
Yes, anyone can approve.
Anyone can approve. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. Now it can be a scenario where let's say the request is sent to IT people, IT team, and IT team works in different shifts. Okay. Now I have one person who is coming in the day shift, one person coming in the second shift, one person coming in the third shift, and fourth person is coming in the fourth shift. Okay. Now I have included all the 4 of them in the approver as a dynamic group. So when the request is sent to the IT team, all the 4 of them. Now, let's say the third person is in shift, so he can directly approve. The request went to the IT team, and now for the fourth guy is in the shift, so he can approve. So that way you can use the dynamic group. Now you're grouping the employees, and system is routing the request to that group, and if one of them approves, it gets approved. You don't no, all the 4 of them doesn't have to approve. If one of them approves, it gets approved. Is this clear till here? So sometimes we can also have the position. Seventh step is a position. That means I have to specify what position is it. HR manager. I'm not defining the person. I'm defining the position. HR manager, maybe I have to give the position here, specify what position. Maybe the position is 9007. Now this is the position. Now this position, HR manager's position. Now today, some X is on that position, so it goes to the X. Tomorrow the X leaves the organization and Y occupies that position. So if I'm initiating the request tomorrow, it goes to that Y. That means whoever is there in that position, it goes to that person. It is going to person, but I'm defining here step as position. Okay, any position. Now HR manager. Now system will go and check the position. Who is there on that position? Now here you have position org chart. Now see, let's say this position. This position. I've selected this position 3000971, which is Senior VP Operations, SVP Operations. Now today Debra is holding this position, so it goes to Debra. If I select this position in the workflow, it goes to Debra. Tomorrow Debra leaves the organization and somebody else joins her in her place, and some other employee occupied this position, so it goes to that person. Whoever is there on that position, the request will be routed to that person. Clear? Now these are all
Yes.
approvals. So you can have approvals in this many ways. Can be my role, it can be a dynamic person, it can be a dynamic role, a dynamic group, it can be the position, it can be directly a person. So you can have any type of approval. Okay. Now, secondly, now I want, these are all approvals. Sorry. These are all approvals. Sorry. These are all approvals. Now, I want some people to be notified whenever the request is approved or whenever the request is initiated. Only the notifications. Now, while writing an email, you can mark the person who is responsible in two. And in CC, you will be specifying some persons. What is that CC? It is just for their information. They don't have to respond. It is for their information. Now, I'm writing a leave request. So what I'll do is I will write it to my manager. Two is a manager. In CC, I'm notifying HR. That means HR will be notified that this person has requested for leave. Manager approves. Manager replied all, saying approved. That means the employee's request is approved. HR is notified that manager has approved and manager has taken action. Right. So that means for in the workflows also, in the approval process also, we can define the CC notifications. Whom should we inform? Who should get notified? And these are called CC notifications. And CC notifications can be any one of them. Can be manager, it can be for a role, again dynamic role, dynamic group, it can be anything, any number of users you can put in CC. Only the notification. They will not do anything. They will not approve, they will not reject. They will just be informed. They will not have any no action. They don't have to take any action. System will just notify. That means a mail will be sent to them saying that Vivek has initiated transfer request for Ravi. Once the request is approved, again a notification will be sent to the CC person saying that the request initiated by Vivek for Ravi has been approved by so and so. Okay, so we can have CC notifications. And we also have contributors. We have the option of, now you can configure CC notifications and contributors or not, that's up to you. If you have the scenario or if you have, if you want to notify, you can specify in CC notifications. Otherwise, no, I don't want to notify, then you can leave blank for CC notifications. Contributors. Contributors means somebody has to contribute something. Now, the request is sent to manager. Sorry. Manager would like to know more information about the request. Manager would like to know some information about this request. So he will ask these contributors. Now you can have any person in the contributor list. You can add some contributors, and manager, when the request is sent to manager, manager will just add the comments to contributor. Contributor, what a contributor does is, contributor receives the notification and he will just reply saying that okay, this is the information. Now contributor can be anything. Let's say Vivek initiated request to Ravi and it went to Anuj. Anuj has asked, okay, when is the last date for Ravi? Okay, so this contributor will reply, maybe 30th of March will be the last date for Ravi with Anuj. So contributors will add some information to the workflow. That's it. Okay, so you have these many roles: approvers, CC notifications, and contributors. Now, while defining the workflow, you can also specify, now, if the request is sent to manager. Manager doesn't approve for, let's say, 4 days or 5 days. What should happen to that workflow? Will it be moved to next level, or will should it stop there? Now you have options like two options: skip the workflow and stop the workflow. Now every step I can define. First level, what should happen? Skip or stop. If I say skip, then I will also have here in the workflow configuration remind in days. Remind in days is 1 for all the workflow. If I say 5 days, now when it goes to first level approval, manager, after 5 days, manager will receive notification saying that you have some some request waiting for your approval. Please approve. After 5 days, manager is receiving notification to approve. System will check another 5 days and it will skip or stop the workflow based on the configuration. If I say skip, it moves to second level. Here it will if manager doesn't approve for 5 days, again after 5 days it again sends a notification. After 5 days, after 5 days of reminding, even if the manager doesn't approve, so do you want to skip or stop? Again, if I say skip here, it goes to third. If I say stop here, system would stop the request there. Got it? Skip the workflow and stop workflow. This is reminding this. And then we have configuration for delegate. That means request is sent to manager. Manager is on leave or manager want somebody else to approve on behalf of him. So he can delegate. He can delegate the request. So do you want delegate option for this workflow or not? So if you say delegate, you will see delegate button in the workflow request. Now if we have delegate button, if the request is sent to manager, manager want to send this request to somebody else on behalf of him. He wants somebody else to approve. So he will click on the delegate button, add those employee name, and then send the request. The request will be sent to that person for the first level approval. Delegate will be for all these steps. Again, it is one button. That button, if you enable delegate button for this particular workflow, so it will be visible for all these levels. Now it is at Charles. Charles will have delegate button and Charles will send it to the particular person. Okay. Now, while sending the notification, an email will be triggered. Now, let's say I have added Ravi in CC notification. System will go and check the Ravi's email. System will go and check Ravi's email ID. If the email ID is not maintained, CC notification will not be sent. And the profile, if email ID is maintained, so a CC notification will be sent to Ravi on his email, the Outlook, saying that this so-and-so has requested for so-and-so and it got approved. A notification will be sent to Ravi in the email. Now, if I want Ravi to see the actual request, notification will be sent to this person in the email, but you can also specify a link there. If that person clicks on that link, it takes to SuccessFactors page where actually the request is initiated. It shows up the workflow page. Who are all the approvals? Who has initiated? Who has who has approved? So if you want that link to be specified, then you can specify it in the configuration. Read direct CC notification to workflow page. So you'll have option. Yes or no. If I say redirect CC approval page to notification for workflow page, then when the notification is sent to user in email, in the email a link will be sent. Okay, if person clicks on that link, it takes directly to the workflow page, SuccessFactors page. If I say no, it won't take it to the user's page. Okay, so all these things can be configured in system for workflows. Okay, so we will be doing this configuration in system tomorrow. Do you have any other, do you have anything in mind that this can also be done, or if anything else can be done apart from these things in workflows? Vijay and Anuj.
I'm confused with this skip and stop.
Skip and stop. Now, somebody has initiated, Vivek has initiated a request to Ravi and it went to Anuj. Anuj has not approved the request. What should happen to that request? Should it get stopped there? Or if you want system to skip the approval. Now, system waited at Anuj. The request was with Anuj for 5 days. He has not approved. Now, if I use the skip button, now I have specified in the workflow configuration as skip after 5 days. So system automatically checks for 5 days, and 5 days if Anuj has not approved, it automatically sent to the second level approval saying it is skipped. No, if I specify it as stop, workflow will be stopped there. It will be pending like that only. If I say skip, it automatically moves to next level approval. That means here it is auto approved, or you can say skip. Got it?
Okay.
Good.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay then. We'll see this configuration tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Ravi.
Okay.
So now
Oh.
I cannot practice, right, Ravi, because the instance
Yeah.
is now available.
Yeah, I'll be sending you the access by
Okay.
evening.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Bye.
thank you.
Mm.